The game of basketball is a game that is defined by its rules. You can't tackle people. There's no pick sixes. There's no kicking field goals. None of that. You got to get the ball inside the rim more times than the other team. That's how you win. It's not soccer. It's not ice skating. Bada bing, bada boom. And the thing about the game is that it's defined by its rules, and it's allowed certain people to maximize their physical talent, and people like that, and it's created this value. There's a lot of people making a lot of money hit the lamp because of the NBA. The constraints have allowed certain people to realize their athletic potential. So constraints are good. I know that the first time I ran a marathon, that was really something that was like quite a challenge for me. And as I got up into the start line, I realized I was like, I don't want to do this. Like, I am not, this ain't me. I'm not ready. I'm going to fail. It's going to suck. And I realized I had this like thought, like, oh, it'd be very Clark of me to bail. And I realized I had this view of myself as like a clown. I was like, oh, I'm just like a jokester. Don't take anything seriously. I'm a goofball. I'm a clown. But I didn't feel good about myself. And then I noticed this like right at the start line. Like I was seriously considering quitting. And I realized I was like, no, I'm gonna finish this marathon. Like if it kills me, I'm gonna put it all out there. And I did, and I didn't die. And it was a really good experience. Like it was definitely a an area. It was a situation that allowed me to grow, and it was good for me. Whitney, get over here. Come here. Hey, up. Dog's getting distracted. And likewise, there's many things that are like that. Like people see freedom as constraints inhibiting their freedom. But hey, what's the point of freedom? Eventually, you're going to run into constraints. They're going to be forced upon you, or you're going to have to put them on yourself. I think something has to, there is always a higher order or a lower order that is going to control us. If you, let's say you are so rich that you can do whatever you want, if you don't get a hold of yourself somehow, you will be controlled by base desires of just trying to fornicate and get high, or sloth. You don't find a way to get yourself well, you will be taken over by lower order agendas, animalistic agendas. And likewise, being in a committed relationship, it's a constraint, but it's a good thing because it's like I don't have to worry or spend any time worrying about any other girls. I'm focusing on one for the rest of my life. And that allows us to just push everything aside and just focus on ourselves and each other and grow a family. Constraints are good. Constraints allow you to maximize your potential. Otherwise, everything is just too spread out. You know, I would never accidentally, going back to the first marathon I ran, I would never accidentally go for a run, or I would never go for a run and accidentally just and run 26.2 miles. I had to put that constraint. Like I am going for this run, this marathon. It's 26.2 miles, and I have failed unless I complete running 26.2 miles. Constraints are good. Goals are good. It makes you realize. I'm gonna go some my boogies. Speaking of constraints, someone had to calm down. And that's how you maximize potential. Like you focus your energy like a laser. And for instance, this is the same thing. There's many times where I'm like, I don't need to make a video every day. What's the point? But this is a way to force myself to get better at speaking and articulating. It's a small, committed step. I want to get better at public speaking. This isn't public, but I'm filming myself, putting it on the internet. It's a movement in the right direction as opposed to just hoping that I get better. If you want to maximize potential, you need to put constraints on yourself. Time limits, goals, limitations. That's how you grow.